Hello and welcome to my video. That sounded very brummy, that did, didn't it? Welcome to my video. Well, you know, brummy, whatever. So, I'm trying to sort of work out how to talk to a camera, and it's not very friendly. I mean, the camera looks okay, but it's not very friendly. And you can hear some typing in the background. That's my son doing his data logging stuff that he's doing. And so I'm just trying to learn how to talk to a camera, and this is my first attempt at trying not to say all the time. But, of course, you can't not do all the time. He's gone quiet now, hasn't he? He's trying to type quietly now. Maybe not. Anyway, so what I've done is, with my YouTube channel, I started trying to get my YouTube channel working with my old Sony A58, was it? I think it was an A58 camera. And that was all right. It was okay. But when I say it was okay, there was a lot of issues with it. It sort of... I couldn't get it connected to the computer and to record directly, and then I sort of realised that maybe a new camera was overdue. So I went out and watched loads and loads and loads of YouTube videos about cameras like the R10 and the R50 and the Canon this and the Sony that and what do you use for microphones? So then I looked at Rode, I looked at the Cannon mics. In fact, actually, no, I didn't look at the Cannon mics, but I should have looked at the Cannon mics. Because I thought, well, if I want to get out on the, I want to say out on the road, I mean outside, and take some video, then I probably need some form of directional microphone that's sort of fitted on either on the top of the camera or something like that. So I got my, So I decided that it would probably be better to use my microphone system that I've got here, this is what I use for recording my vocal and my guitar and everything like that. And to be fair, it's a Neumann TLM107, so it's a really, really good microphone. It's probably way over the top for doing sort of vlogging or, you know, talking to a camera even. But it's a good microphone, but that does mean I've got to record my audio separately to my video feed. And when I do that, that means you've got to sync everything up in Adobe Premiere Pro. So I've nearly got everything sort of together. I think I've got pretty much everything now anyway. But I decided then I needed a bit more lighting. So then I ended up getting these lights, which you can't see, but never mind. They're like a long, thin, lighty thing that sticks on the end of like a tube, and they're all LED, so they're really good. I've got my other LED lights, which are over here, which are just lighting up my drums nicely. You see my drums, there you go, lighting up my drums just a little bit, so you can see that I do actually have a drum kit. If I'm talking about drums, then that's, you know, well, drum kit. And I also then watched a few more YouTube videos about how to present and how to talk to a camera. Now, a lot of them were saying to use something called a teleprompter. So I decided to go and get myself a teleprompter. This thing here. Let's check the focusing out. There you go. On the front, it's almost managing it, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I got that, attached it to me R10. I didn't say which camera I went and got, did I? But I did. I went and got a camera. It's an R10. So that's a Canon EOS R10. Now, they're just under 1,000, and they're not exactly the cheapest of cameras, but then when you look around and you think, well, it is the cheapest camera that you can get, really, that's any use to do 4K video. Now, again, everyone on YouTube is saying do 4K. So you're recording 4K, and then you have to edit in 4K, but you've got a few more options then from the quality perspective, so you can zoom in a little bit. So you've got a little bit of extra. I don't know whether you know, but if you zoom into a video, then you've obviously not got 4K. You've not got the full 4K of the sensor. As well, whatever that is anyway. I don't know whether I understand that perfectly well. So anyway, going back to teleprompter. So I got my teleprompter, set all the teleprompter up, and I started recording videos and like leaning forwards and reading from a teleprompter. And when you read from a teleprompter, you're like, I think you need a lot more practice than I've actually done, because it sort of sounds like you're reading from a teleprompter. Obviously, you know, I'm not reading from a teleprompter now because, well, I don't know, that could be just the box of the teleprompter, couldn't it? Teleprompter could still be on the camera, but it's not. No, it's not. So I'm not reading this from any form of script or anything, even though that's what a lot of YouTubers recommend, that you do that. Yeah. So I didn't do that on a few of my videos, and I actually think that they were a little bit maybe better. And then I did one teleprompted one. I can't remember what that one was then, now even. But that was interesting. So I need a bit more practice on the old teleprompter. So no, so teleprompter got, and then I needed to try and get the video into my computer, I thought. So I thought, well, hang on. Why don't I use a like a video card thing? And so I went and bought this thing, and it's there you go, Camlink 4K Elgato. So I plugged that in, plugged it into my thing, and I tried to record the camera input onto OBS. Is it? Yeah, OBS. There you go. So I used OBS. Now, I'm not exactly Mr. non-techie, and, you know, I know a fair bit about technical stuff and recording and all those sort of things. In fact, as I was saying that, I was thinking, hang on, am I actually recording the vocal on this? But yes, I am, so that's good. So I got that right. And that, I didn't really like trying to record into OBS, because it just, I don't know what happens when the camera signal goes through this Elgato thing, but it's certainly not as good. I don't know if anyone else has realised that, but it's certainly not as good as recording directly to the SD card on the camera. Now, when you record directly to the SD card on the camera, it's an infinitely better. Well, it's just a better picture on that than it is going through this into OBS. Now, you guys out there might say, well, of course it's better going through the camera or whatever. Well, I didn't know anyway, so I bought that and I tried that. So that's that. And then I thought, as I said before, I'm going to use this microphone. But before I used this actual microphone, I decided to go and try and get hold of one that would plug directly into the camera. Now, I thought that would be excellent for when I'm out and about, if I'm going to ever be out and about and I'm talking, and the camera's on top of the microphone's on top of the camera then, isn't it? Or even it actually latches to the teleprompter as well, so you can do that. Now, give me a second, I shall find that microphone. There it is, that's it. Right, so, and that's what I decided to get hold of. Okay? So all you do with this little beastie is you then plug it into your nice camera, if you can get into it, that is. Hang on. They're all like Rubik's Cubes, aren't they, these boxes? Yeah, there you go, that's it. Out it comes. There we go. Oh, this is such a good video. Hours and hours of opening the box. Right, well, first of all, you get your... Why do people call these dead cats? I mean, I don't get it. Maybe the ones that look like dead cats are dead cats. This isn't a dead cat. But anyway, right, whatever, there's that. And then you get on to the rest of them. It's got a shock mount, which is rather useful. I have to say, the first time I tested it, I didn't use the shock mount, and I shoved it straight into one of my microphone stands there. And then I played it back, and there was a nasty hum on it. Now, the hum was weirdly from my computer, because my microphone stand was actually lodged up against my computer, and the sound was travelling through, well, the fan sound was travelling through my computer straight to the microphone. I was getting this hum. And also, one of my sons noticed, said, it's a bit hissy, Dad. It's a bit hissy as well. And it was also a bit distorted. So then I watched, so this is what it looks like, yeah. Okay, Rode. It's not focusing very well on that, is it? I would have thought, oh, hang on, I think it's looking for headshots. Hang on. Maybe I need to tweak that a little bit. Oh, well. Anyway, I'll hold it there. You can probably see it anyway. So when I connected it up, I then noticed these problems like the hissing sound and the buzzing sound and the humming sound and all that sort of stuff, and I decided to do the usual, go back on YouTube and start looking at, I'd already looked at plenty of like descriptions of what the best mic was and how to get, you know, this and that and the other. So I went back onto the YouTube and started typing in humming and hissing and all this lot, and found a video that said how to set up a microphone for a Canon R10. So I went off there, started watching the video and thought, right, so you're supposed to set it to manual on the camera. Great, brilliant. So I tried, when I say manual, you're supposed to set the gain control of the audio to manual on the camera. So I did that, and well, it was still buzzing, but never mind. That was because I found out then, as I said before, that my microphone stand was actually touching and I hadn't got the shock mount on, which is the reason why the supplier shock mount, Gavin, and that is to stop the buzzing going through. That's what a shock mount's for. I've got a shock mount on this as well, you see. This is a shock mount on my Newman. But if you don't use the shock mount, then expect to get a bit of humming or buzzing or something or whatever. So now I've got... I didn't bother with that microphone in the end because I did manage to get it better, but it's just not as good as this. Then what a surprise, what a shock. This is a 1,700 or 1,500 pound microphone. I mean, you know, a 90 quid Rhodes just not going to try and, you know, beat that, is it? So it didn't. So I'm using this, but that again now means that I've got to sync the audio up with the video in my processing. Now, I use Adobe Premiere. There you go, I had to think then. So because I pay the exorbitant amount every month for the other Adobe programs like Photoshop, and we do use Character Animator on the Spanner and Spoon show as well to create animations. And we are going to start to use probably Audition, maybe. So I've got the whole package. So I've got Adobe Premiere Pro. So open Adobe Premiere Pro, and as long as you've done a clap, like that, because I forgot to do that at the beginning, you see, so I'm doing it now, and I can link basically the clap together with the video where I'm clapping my hands together, and you can sync it all up quite nice and easily. There's an auto sync feature, which is an amazing piece of kit. It's so good, but not once have I managed to get it to actually sync up, so it's a total load of rubbish, in my opinion. And I don't know why it doesn't sync up, but it just doesn't. You're supposed to select both audio tracks and say sync, and it doesn't. Anyway, well, it doesn't for me anyway. I think it has done on occasion with when I've been doing video edits with musical stuff and things like that, like playing a guitar, and it's managed to do it then, but not with talking so much. Anyway, so now I've got the camera, I've got the studio, I've got the lights in the studio, I've got the sound's all working, I've got my son typing around in the background, I've got the clock just doing its little chimey thing. But now I've got to work out what to talk about, and also how the hell to talk to a camera. And talking to a camera is just weird. I mean, it's just strange. Anyway, so this is my first go at just talk. Well, it's not my first go. It's my first one that I'm probably prepared to maybe even show to other people, but I don't even know that yet. I haven't watched it back, have I? But there you go. I'm some rambling on as usual. Anyway, with my rambling on as usual, I shall now say goodbye and thank you very much. And if you can think of what I should ramble on about, then maybe comment below. Should I talk about drums? Should I talk about guitar? Should I talk about songwriting? Should I talk about... I can't talk about the Spanner and Spoon. This is my thing. But anyway, no, I'll talk about Spanner and Spoon on the Spanner and Spoon show one. Should I talk about production? You know, the way I record and mix and master and do all my music. Should I talk about that, maybe? Or should I just talk about our cats? I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, comment, like, subscribe, all that rubbish. Thank you very much. Goodbye.